Become a patron at www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm for hard to find books, scans of rare photos and articles on the golden era of bodybuilding. Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here. Today I start a new series of videos on Reg Park. And of course, Reg Park is one of the most iconic bodybuilders of the silver era and golden era of bodybuilding, having influenced one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, arguably Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now this is the first of many Reg Park videos that will follow, and that is because through my reading, where I'm now up to the 1950s of the silver era of bodybuilding, towards the end of it, we find that Reg Park was now discovered by Joe Weider. And Joe Weider actually began to promote Reg Park as the new bodybuilding sensation, especially after having won the Mr. Britain competition in 1949, and due to the fact that Steve Reeves had decided to retire from bodybuilding later that year after he won the Mr. Universe, and had decided to pursue acting as a career. Now, many people are not aware of the blueprint to Reg Park, and so after doing my own research, I found out Reg Park's very first bodybuilding routine, which I have to admit is not great, but it's still very interesting and is the topic of today's video, and I really hope you enjoy it. Now, Reg Park was an absolute legend of the silver era. He was born in 1928 and passed away only about 12 years ago in 2007. He was a British bodybuilder from Leeds, also a businessman because he did start his own business of selling weights. He actually was also an author with the Reg Park Journal, a very successful magazine of which I'm still collecting. Great articles in there, and of course an actor where he starred in several movies as Hercules, as shown here in this awesome shot of Reg Park looking, my god, looking absolutely swole. I mean, Jesus Christ, the guy's about to explode from the screen, and no wonder when Arnold saw him as a teenager, he was like, damn, that's what I want to look like. That's a real man. That is Reg Park. Fantastic. Of course, Reg Park had a bodybuilding background. He won the Universe, Mr. Universe, 3 times in 1951, 1958, as well as 1965. An absolute legend. And of course, as mentioned earlier, served as an idol and later mentor to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, in his early years, Reg Park was actually a very genetically gifted young athlete. Of course, most of these iconic bodybuilders from the silver era, having not taken any steroids, were born naturally with great genetics. I mean, we're talking about Steve Reeves, Clarence Ross, Reg Park, you name it. These guys were born to be bodybuilders. Of course, he excelled as a teen, as a youth, playing football and rugby, and was eventually selected for the Leeds United Football Club reserve team. But after suffering a knee injury, he actually turned to bodybuilding. Now get this, for genetics, I mean, at 16 years of age, he could do the 100 yards in 10.3 seconds. He could do a long jump of 7.3 meters. I mean, this guy was a natural born athlete. Here he is shown after just starting bodybuilding at 18 years of age, and you can already see him filling up nicely. Yeah, I mean, these guys are just born for it, born to be legends. Now, I mean, continuing on Reg Park's genetics, I mean, at 17 years of age, he was already 6 feet tall, great frame with 175 pounds, and he already had a 40-inch chest and 14-inch arms. But as mentioned earlier, a knee injury prevented him from becoming a successful football player. And while recovering in hospital, he saw a health and strength mag, and there he saw his blueprint, his future, just like Arnold did with Reg Park, and he saw him, was like, damn, I want to be like him. He saw Vic Nicolette, and Victor Nicolette won the 1946 Mr. New York City, which I've covered in a previous video linked above. He acted as the idol, as that spark that Reg Park needed for his new direction, and he definitely took the right direction, becoming a bodybuilder. And he started working out, of course, with barbells and dumbbells any which way he could, and yeah, the rest is history. Now here is Reg Park's first routine ever. Whilst recovering, of course, from a knee injury, he couldn't necessarily train legs. And this is recovered actually from a waiter interview. He only used 4 exercises. And again, no doubt he was still injured, and so he couldn't necessarily train his legs. So he only did the press, the shoulder press, the barbell 2-arm curl, a triceps press, or triceps curl as called in the day, and sit-ups. So he basically started toning up his upper body in preparation for bodybuilding. Of course, this wasn't the most intelligent program. I guess he could have also done lat pull downs and maybe some bench pressing or prone pressing from the floor. But later on, of course, after recovering, he began incorporating squats and bench presses and other heavy motions, which we'll talk about in the next video on Reg Park's overall development program, which he used successfully later on to build his phenomenal physique. And at 21 years of age, as shown in this photo, did he not gain? Absolutely, he gained 50 pounds of muscle in 4 years of bodybuilding, and that's what we're going to be talking about in the next video. So in the next video on Reg Park, I will talk about his program that he used for the next few years, which actually led to the generation of the famous 5x5 as advocated by Reg Park. Here he is at 21 years of age, 4 years after starting bodybuilding, and my god, I mean, this is a front lat spread if there isn't one. I mean, Jesus, look at that tiny waist, those flaring lats, that V-taper is phenomenal. Thick forearms, thick delts, thick arms, thick neck. I mean, this guy had it all. Reg Park, Reg the Ledge, the mentor of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and really the shape of bodybuilding to come in the 50s. Truly a phenomenal bodybuilder from the silver era. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't to the Golden Era Bookworm. Now, before finishing this video, I'd like to announce my new website, goldenerabookworm.wixsite.com/website. It's an online bodybuilding physical culture library that's mainly focusing on the Bronze era and Silver era of bodybuilding. So within the website, you're going to find courses. I already spoke about the Eugene Sandow strand pulling courses that are available for you to purchase. And just up now, the new arrival is the Reg Park publication, How to Build Bigger Arms. It's not the same arm booklet as sold by Super Strength Training. This is a very rare publication that I've been able to obtain, and you can get yourself a copy now. With time, of course, I'm going to be uploading many more courses from the Bronze and Silver era, which is what I really want to focus on this website, because I truly believe that these are courses that one can learn from, especially for natural bodybuilders, because my personal belief, at least it's my opinion, that in the Bronze and Silver era, these eras were drug free, and so the courses and the information held within the knowledge of these bodybuilders and strongmen would suit natural lifters, unlike the golden era of bodybuilding, where one would need performance enhancing drugs to actually get the same results as they did using their courses. I love the golden era, no doubt about it. However, when it comes to natural bodybuilding, you cannot beat the advice of the Bronze and Silver era. So again, I hope you've enjoyed watching this first video on Reg Park. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't to the Golden Era Bookworm, leave me your comments, and thank you for watching. Please get on my website again, goldenerabookworm.wixsite.com/website, if you'd like to get yourself a copy of this Reg Park publication or the courses on Eugene Sandow. You can also support me via PayPal, or go to www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm to become a patron and have an access to a library of photos. For example, I just uploaded a Reg Park photo today. You can also have access to articles, as well as rare and hard to find books. Anyway, that's it for me. This is the Golden Era Bookworm. Bye for now.